Hello, I'm an addict. I'm one of the junkies that you love to bash whenever someone mentions addiction on social media or hears it in a conversation. I know it's hard to forgive me for the things that we sometimes do because of our addiction, but I have a question for you. What is the worst thing you have ever done? Obviously, I won't get an answer to that question, but think about it. That one thing that you hate that you did. You know, that one thing that not too many people even know about. But what if that one thing, everybody knew about it? And what if for the rest of your life you were labeled by that one act that you would erase in a second if you had the chance? That is what it's like being an addict, kind of. Now, I don't feel like being an addict is the worst thing a person could ever do, However, however, feel like it's a terrible thing. Don't get me wrong, if I could erase it from my life and pretend that that thing didn't happen, it would be gone. But I don't have that option. I can't even do what you do and pretend that that one thing I did not happen. In order for me to ensure it never happens again, I have to work hard on making sure it doesn't. If I don't, my disease will tell me I can have a drink or I can do a line and not fall back into full-blown addiction. But I know that I will. Do you work hard to make sure your worst thing never happens again? Let me guess, you're thinking, addiction is not a disease, it's a choice, right? Yes, all addiction starts as a choice, the same damn choice you made when you were young and hanging out with your friends. You drank the same beer I drank. You smoked the same pot I smoked. You even tried the same line of white stuff someone put in front of you at a party. But you were able to walk away and not take it to the extreme. Since I have the disease, I will spend the rest of my life struggling to stay high or fighting to stay clean. As children, we don't decide we would rather be an addict instead of a cop. You don't see children pretending that their dolls and stuffed animals are dope sick. When's the last time you talked to a younger child and they told you they couldn't wait to grow up to turn tricks or do whatever to feed the insatiable hunger of drug addiction? I damn sure didn't blow out my candles as wishing for substance abuse. Nobody wants to have substance use disorder. Some of us just do. So always remember, you made those same choices. You just got lucky. And it was me, not you. If you still have doubts, you can take those up with the Center for Disease Control or the United States Surgeon General. They have classified addiction as disease, but there again, I'm sure you know that. You know more about it than they do, right? I pray that you don't have to reevaluate these opinions because you find out that your child or parent is an addict. If you do, just know that we will accept you in our community. We will help your loved one. Do you know why we would do that? Because we're good people who just want the chance to live like everybody else. So please, before they write another post bashing people who are suffering, think about it. Not only are you hurting the people that have the disease, you could be hurting everyone that loves them. You have people on your friends list or might overhear you at work who have children who are suffering right now at this moment from addiction or substance use. What did they deserve? What did they do to deserve the awful things you put out into the universe that do nothing but perpetuate hate and judgment? You have a right to your opinion, but no matter what, hurting people is wrong. Not until I treated my substance use as a disease and accepted it as a disease is when I was able to stay clean. So stop stigma, because people are dying and need to accept it as a disease to stay clean. And then it says hashtag end stigma. So this appropriately popped up in my thing. I think there was somebody that had a poem to read. Are you here? Change your mind? Which is okay, but you did. Okay. Yeah, absolutely.
Hi, everybody. Yeah, I'm from Stonehenge. I've been a resident there now for 5.5 months. I got another couple weeks, and I'm out in the community full time. Here's one called Self-Compassion. When I sit still and clear my mind, I never know what I may find, waiting patiently in my head to change my mood instead. Instead of dwelling in the past, staying positive will outlast. The negative emotions lurking there, the ones that I don't choose to share. The negative ones I filter out, so I don't have to scream and shout. I share the ones that burden me with my supports they help me see. To see myself through others' eyes, that I may strike a compromise. Their compassion helps me atone, find self-compassion of my own. Thank you, brothers and sisters of Stonehenge, my home away from home. Sincerely, Kenneth James Sawatsky, RM. Thank you very much.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is James Nicholson. I just wanted to repeat a poem that I wrote when I was 16 years old. Unfortunately, a lot of addicts spend a lot of time behind the walls. It's not a fun place to be. It gives us a lot of time to reflect, though, and a lot of us get a chance to become straight, as rough as it may be. Anyway, my poem is, in the last 100 days, I've seen many faces, faces that come and go. In those faces, there's something distinct, something you should know. Looks of hate, looks of fear, from down their face runs a blood-stained tear. From living in alleys and apartment stairs, jail's the place where anyone cares. From broken down streets and broken down homes, into jail they retreat to rest their bones. And just when you think that they've got sane, they're let out in the streets to start all over again.
Okay, here we go. So as I said, this is my last year as overdose prevention coordinator. I guess we were hoping that we'd have this dealt with within the 6-year time frame. Here we all stand. But I'd like to take you on a little journey on how we all got here. Overdose Awareness Day event will always have a sweet spot in my heart. It is a symbol of time and space. As we move forward, I'd like us to remember how it all started. It started with a pier and a megaphone, and some brave souls who marched from the CHC to the square. A speech was said by a peer, by someone who lived the experience and knew all too well the life and style that goes with addiction. And that day, Overdose Awareness Day, was born in Guelph. The die-in was part of the program, and we've adopted that ever since, and I hope it continues. The next year we got a bit bigger, brought in a guest speaker. They shared their experience, remembered the folks that we lost with the moment of silence. That became part of our program. Our third year was mixed with COVID restrictions and the threat of maybe being shut down because we weren't really supposed to be gathering. But we all felt it was worth it, and it was needed by our community to remember the folks that we'd lost. That was the year that the memorial was born. It came from a parent who was here and thanked me and wanted me to know how important this day was for them. This was the only day as a parent that they could come out and mourn in public without stigma and without shame. I didn't understand that. I do understand the stigma and the shame and all of that, but I didn't understand that it was there in depth as well. This parent had been told they were not welcome at bereavement groups. Their child did it to themselves. I knew right then and there that they deserve a place to go and to mourn openly. We also needed a place to mark this time, and hopefully we don't repeat it again. So in our fourth year, we rolled out the memorial, which has been a slow progress, but we continue to raise money so that one day, Overdose Awareness Day can be held at that designated special location. That one day, the folks that we've lost will have a permanent home. In that permanent home, they can receive the love and the respect that they deserve. As we wrap things up here today, if you would like to be a part of the Overdose Awareness Day Committee, we'd love to have you. We have a sign-up sheet over with those arms over there. We meet, and this is what we bring together. We'd love to have you, whether it's an experience in your world or not, but we'd love to have you. So as I finish here today, I will hand my purple bandana to Olivia in the drug strap so this can continue on, because we're not done yet. It's not over. We need more change, and we'll fight for it. Thank you.
Thank you to Karen for all her tireless work working to end overdose. And you are passionate, you are compassionate, and you are dedicated. And this isn't possible without you, so thank you. Okay, so that concludes our event. We're going to listen to some drums, there's pizza, we have a band, so stick around if you can, and thank you so much for coming out. And I would love to say we won't get together next year, but it's probably going to happen, but we're going to do a lot of work between now and then. Thanks, everyone.